Hey everyone, it is nostalgia time once again, and what you're seeing in front of you right now are three different Samsung OEM copies of various releases of Windows. On the top left is XP, specifically Home Edition Service Pack 1. Windows 7 on the top right, this is the 64-bit Home Premium Edition with Service Pack 1. And on the bottom there is the latest version of Windows 10, the last version of Windows 10, 22H2 64-bit. And I thought we're going to do an install race between all three of these. Now, assuming that everything is going to be pretty much just like a standard retail copy, we're just going to go ahead and start all three up right on the spot. Except the Windows 10 machine does not want to boot. What if I set it to BIOS? Will that do anything? Okay. I guess it was just that it was a different partition size because it went to UEFI by default. So there we go. Setting it now to BIOS, and now it'll work. So we can see the Korean copy is already at the format screen. Just waiting to get Windows 10 onto its first portion of the setup. And Windows 7 is already getting to its screen. I actually kind of like the design too. I like the design that Samsung did. So we'll go ahead and click next and click install. This is what Dell should have done. I mean, they should have just kept this background throughout. Yeah, that's what should have happened. They should have kept this wallpaper throughout the whole setup process rather than just going back to the default Windows 7 background. So what's different here on this one is that they've plastered the Samsung branding at the top, but this is English US. This is a 64-bit copy, so we're going to go ahead and install it. And that one's already on the partition screen. And I believe this branding will be retained throughout. So we will just wait for the setup to begin. And this is June of 2021, so this looks like Windows 10 because 11 was released in October of that year. So now we will just go ahead and hit the start button on all three installs, and the race begins. Not only do we have a winner, but the Windows 10 machine crashed right after the installation, which is never good. But we'll see if we can start it again. Yep, this is just a standard retail copy. No special branding or anything. We can just put my name in like so, and click finish, and we will arrive at the desktop. I see we have this interesting, I suppose this is a language tool, because I have an English US keyboard. So here we are at the desktop, and yep, just a standard Windows XP install and nothing special about it. Servers Pack 1, this is all the labels and branding by default. No Samsung logo, none of that. And I see the Windows 7 machine is going through now the next part of its setup. So we'll just wait for the other two to finish now. And there we go. Both Windows 7 and 10 finished at the same time. But Windows 7 got to the out-of-box experience because of how fast it is. So we'll call it... How about... Let's name the PC Smasnug. For those who remember Dank Pods, or if anyone even watches it, he kind of calls Samsung products Smasnug products in some way, but I find that kind of funny. Anyway, it was working just a second ago. There we go. That's fine, I'll just use enter to continue through the rest of the... And then this is where it asks for the product key. Yeah, let's just use recommended settings. The time is correct, but I just need to change the time zone. And we'll just set it to the home network. So pretty much just the typical Windows 7 install procedure. So it was modified to this unique looking background with what looks to be a spark in the center. Oh no, here comes Cortana.
I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help. Sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do.
For all I plan to do, although I won't be doing much with it.
An assistive screen reader. Press the Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time to turn on narrator. Enough intro. Let's dig in.
My god, I hate having to go through the out-of-box experience. It's barely even loading. So I'm just going to reset it, and it should start us over from the beginning. So, anyway, let's go ahead and put the name in. Let's do the Smasnug again. No, we don't have a product key. Just ask me later. I'll just enter skip the network details for now. So exactly what I was talking about. This one also includes some Samsung programs. We already know what Cyberlink UCam is going to look like. So easy content share. I wonder what this one is. And I see there are also some installers. Is that what that jingle was? Wi-Fi manager has stopped working. Program only supports those. Multimedia looks like it loads a video of sorts. There's a user guide attached as well. I see Skype is on here too. So what's this? A help and support document? Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, a help and support document. And this is what the machine looks like. Yeah, this looks like a PDF of the owner's manual. So here's the 60-day trial of Norton. You can see it talks about the more intelligent graphics. Although I'm sure it's more intelligent now. And it also comes with the NVIDIA GeForce 540M processor, video card, whatever. And of course, it brings higher quality graphics, whether watching videos or playing games, and a longer battery life. Well, I'm not sure how long of a battery life it really is. So that was the display. It just goes through some of the more important components. As the Intel processor, I believe it's either going to be a second or third generation. And then there's also the fast start function. I did not know Windows 7 had the fast start functionality where it I did not know Windows 7 had the fast start function which is in use on 8 and above today, where essentially it doesn't shut down the computer completely. Well, if you tell it to shut down, it's just going to save your session into, it'll just sign you out and then save the session into memory, almost like Hibernate. So then it'd be a faster boot time when you turn it on again. However, this does not apply for unexpected power cuts or if you hold down the power button to force reset the machine, where it'll just completely start with a cold boot, meaning it would be much longer. And this same technology I'm seeing is being used in the Xbox game console as well. Data saved on an HDD on a mechanical hard drive. Well, nowadays computer manufacturers use solid state drives which don't require any moving parts. And this even has an option for dual mechanical hard drives as well. So you could have one hard drive be for system files and then another larger one for basically everything you could possibly imagine. You could have one for all your videos and have another to store your system files. Expandable capacity of up to 1.5 terabytes. So you could have, let's say, a 100 gig hard drive for Windows files, and you could have a second one for all your videos and everything of that nature. Designed to go, powered to perform. And there's no Samsung label. That's essentially what that is. But let's see what other programs it has already out of the factory. I see Cyberlink's Media Suite is on here.
Something went wrong. You can try again or
Yeah, let's skip that for now. I don't know if it's going to get me back to it. But I see we also have some Cyberlink Easy Speed Up Manager as this error. Undefined internal. Cannot launch Cyberlink Media Show. Your video driver needs an update. There is not enough VRAM. Remote desktop under Windows XP is not allowed. Well, it's most likely that there might not be enough VRAM to run it. But here's Cyberlink Power to Go, which we've already seen. Can we run some of the other stuff like Power Director? Can only run under 1024 by 768. But of course, this is where you go to create DVDs and other stuff. But we can fix the resolution. We'll set to 1280 by 768. And then we'll press OK to save the changes. And now we should be able to run Power Director. So let's see if we can run it now. And now we will be able to run it. There's some printers on here already. And this is all of the Samsung stuff. There's a movie color enhancer and there's the fast start options. Easy migration for data transfer. Why, of course they do. No, not trying. So, nothing to see here. Otherwise, that's really it. So, if we go now to the system properties, we will find that this is also Service Pack 1, but this one actually also comes with all those programs. And here is Power Director, which, as expected, is a video editor. So we can just drag a video on in, we can press play and watch it play right back. In very laggy form, that is. And then, of course, we could create a DVD directly from here. And then we can also save the finished product to the machine. But then I also want to check Windows Update and see if all of the updates were already installed, because I believe that's what it looks like to me. But I'm not sure how up to date this install of Windows 7 really is. But let's take a good look and see. So we'll go to Windows Update. And one of them is View Update History. And it says there are no updates. So that's because the system has not been checked. And of course, we could try to check it, but it will not pull down anything. And what's the version of Internet Explorer? Because to me, it looks like this is Internet Explorer 9. But let's find out here. I'll let it try again with the keyboard. This is about Internet Explorer. But we'll just hit cancel on all of that. And now this should be Internet Explorer version 9. It does not look like IE 11. Because Internet Explorer 11 is the last version of Internet Explorer for Windows 7, and I believe Windows 8 also got it too. Yep, set up Internet Explorer 11. The last version of Internet Explorer that was. No, I didn't want to. No, I didn't want to add another keyboard layout. Give it a second try and we'll see what happens here. Then, of course, you'll see it's gonna try and try and try to check, and it's really not going to pull down anything. So, I don't really expect much else with this. Interesting. Cyber Director is in English, although this is a Polish copy. So that's really all there is to see here. So I'm going to finish setting up Windows 10, and then we'll see what that looks like.
Now, we just need to get a few more things polished up for you, and Windows will be all yours. Looking forward to helping out.
So here it is. It only took me 2 tries this time, and we were able to get all the way done. So here's a look at this Samsung install. Until compatible drivers finish installing. Well, we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, there's just a lot of sound lag going on. So let's see what we have. We have a folder that looks to be a setup file for all of the Samsung apps. And then there is also a user's manual on the system as well. And when we open up the Start menu, I believe this is where the action will really begin. Because in here, you just get the standard stuff and nothing else too special to see. No custom Samsung programs. So this is Windows 10 22H2, and the build number is 9. What? So this is Windows 10 22H2, the last version. Build is 19045.2965, which is the update from May 9th of 2023. And here is the owner's manual, which comes in a PDF. So this is what the laptop looks like. And this is just some basic, like tutorial and etiquettes for using Windows. And other things, I'm not going to go through the whole manual. And then we have these things here. Let's see, this one is called Account. But then I also see a README document. So when we open it up, it says if you install these apps, in order to install them, you will need a network connection. But I'm guessing these will be the exact same programs we've seen. So Samsung account, you can link a Samsung account to your machine. Samsung recovery is, of course, where you restore system settings. Updates the drivers and settings, basically customizes the options and such of the device. So that's it. That's really a look at this, and that was quite a fun install race to do. But as this officially completes the very long OEM install stage of the series, we are finally going to be returning to my main machines in the next episode, and we're going to give the Dell Vostro another opportunity to see if I can get the restore partition restored and create those recovery disks. But until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.